In terms of the European Union, I mean, a question Professor Stephen Keen wanted me to pose to you. You may know him; he's an economist who predicted the economic crash back in 2008. But he asked, do you see any prospect for the overthrow of the EU fiscal rules because of COVID? And what are the prospects for European level treasury after it? And more broadly, I suppose, what is the impact of this crisis going to be on the EU and the eurozone in particular?
Well, hi, Steve. Steve is a friend from a very long time ago. Look, it all depends on Germany. So for the benefit of our viewers who are not au fait regarding the economics of the European Union, we are all in a kind of straitjacket imposed by the rich countries, by the surplus countries. So Italy cannot spend more than a certain amount. Greece, the same thing. Austerity is institutionalized as part of something called the fiscal compact. Effectively, when you hear the words fiscal compact or fiscal rules in the EU, this is, the institutionalization of austerity for the many in the European Union. Now, they had to suspend that. And they had to suspend that, of course, because, we are now in a precipitous fall. So it's impossible to ask the Italian state at the moment, or the Greek state, or the Spanish state, or indeed the German state, to balance their books when the private sector is in free fall. So, because the German regime, establishment, government, call it whatever you want, had to relax the fiscal rules for themselves, they had to relax them for Italy, Spain, Greece, and so on. So the 10 trillion euro question is, when will Berlin manage to balance its books? The moment Berlin manages to balance its books, the email will come out from Berlin to Brussels and say, okay, we're back in fiscal compact territory. And then an email or a telephone call will go from Brussels to Rome, to Madrid, to Paris, to Athens, saying, we're back in austerity mode. And that is going to be such a tremendous shock to Europeans, because as we are getting out of the pandemic and some businesses start breathing again, austerity is going to hit us. And it will be disproportionate, because the fiscal deficits will be much greater in a place like Greece or Italy, that have been hit much harder due to the flimsiness of our public health systems, of our economy, of our industry. We are going to have a lot more balancing of the books to do than the German government does, which means a lot more austerity in the countries that have been hit more by the recession. So the centrifugal forces tearing Europe apart are going to be multiplied and reinforced by what's coming, unfortunately.